What's up guys, Chinzo here. Today we are in the garage. I'm doing some packing for this weekend's adventure, and I thought this would be a good opportunity to give you guys a closer look at my mobile camp kitchen setup. I've been using this setup for the past 3 months or so, and this has really helped kind of streamline and simplify the cooking process for me. If you guys follow the channel, you know that I've been experimenting with different cooking gear and different cooking styles over the past few months. So having this mobile camp kitchen to keep me organized has been a lifesaver. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at what I would call a budget mobile camp kitchen setup. So this is the Hart Overloader, and I got it at Walmart for about 48 bucks. So I would definitely consider this a budget camp kitchen option, but it does have all the features that I care about. It's got a retractable handle, and as you guys could see, it is mobile. It has 2 wheels at one end. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at it, and I'll show you how I store all my camp items in here. So to open this up, just slide out the retractable handle, turn the dowel up here. You have access to a big compartment in the middle. To the right, you got one storage area. To the left, you've got another with a removable divider. So in this compartment on the right is going to be where I keep some of my larger cooking utensils and cooking tools. You can see I have a Workpro multi-tool that I keep on this side. I got it in bright blue, so it's easier to see and harder to lose. I do have the green version that I keep in my garage because I really like that tool. Actually, I'll link that down below if you guys are interested. This is the holder for my Dutch oven. And then besides that, it's mostly just knives, scissors. I've got a can opener right here. This knife is one that I am currently testing for a review in the future. This is a knife from Maxsa, and this thing is a beast. It's a hell of a chef's knife, and it also functions as a solid camp knife as well. So if you guys want to see the full review on this knife, definitely stick around, and I'll drop a link to it down below with a discount code as well. But that's been my main camp knife for the past few weeks. Besides that, I do just keep a little bit of soap in here, spare trash bags. I do keep a notepad just to record temperatures and cook times and kind of take notes of different recipes and stuff like that. I do keep a pair of lighters on each side of this box and in each compartment. That way, whichever compartment I reach for a lighter in, I know that there's always one there. But yeah, that's the right compartment, pretty straightforward. So I'll swing you guys over to the left and I'll show you guys what I keep in there. So on this side is where I keep some of my smaller kitchen utensils. Each of these is just a small pack with fork, knife, spoon. And I do like to keep these in a sleeve because there is no dust guard around any of these compartments. It does present an opportunity for maybe like sand or fine dirt to make its way in there. But in my experience, that hasn't really been too much of an issue, but it is something to be aware of. In this compartment, I also keep my spices. I just have this canvas pack here, and then this little spice kit that I picked up from Walmart. Of course, I keep some wooden spoons in there because I tend to cook with cast iron quite a bit. An extra set of tongs. Some shot glasses definitely come in handy. And then, like I mentioned before, I try to keep 2 lighters in each compartment so that I always have one handy. So that's the side compartments. In the middle compartment is, of course, where I'm going to keep all of my bigger items like plates, pans, bowls, that sort of thing. I do have 2 different nesting pots and pans kits. I also keep my Stanley French press in here as well as a coffee cup and a little pour over kit. I also keep a ladle, aluminum foil, some lighter fluid, and I also keep my cutting boards in here as well. And then I usually do have a list somewhere nearby whenever I go through this after each camp trip, just stuff that I intend to refill, like coffee, wax paper, olive oil, cooking spray, that sort of thing. But yeah, for me, this main compartment is plenty of room to store everything that I need. And to give you an idea of where all this stuff was before, I pretty much just kept this in a big tub mixed in with all my other camping stuff. And I always found myself kind of digging around for the things that I needed and, you know, kind of just leaving stuff here and there. And it was very hard to stay organized with that system. With this system, got a big main compartment for all the important stuff, and then everything that's a little bit smaller and easier to misplace, I do keep it in these side compartments. And the system has worked well for me. This is a budget setup. I've mentioned that a few times. If you want something similar to this, I know Milwaukee does offer kind of a cool system that's configured a little bit differently, but essentially does the same thing. That one I would imagine has, you know, seals so you can keep the dust out a little bit easier. It probably has better wheels, and, you know, maybe the plastic's a little bit sturdier, but that's also a bit more expensive. For me, at 48 bucks, and for all the organization that this offers, I think this is just right for my needs right now. And as I continue to experiment more with different cooking styles and I kind of accumulate more gear, maybe I will need to upsize in the future, and maybe at that point I will go with something a little bit more high end. But like I said, this is a budget option, and for my needs it has worked out just fine. If you guys do want to see this thing in action, we can go ahead and flash forward to this weekend's camping trip, and you can see how this does at the campsite. So let's do it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy camping, cooking, and gear reviews, feel free to stick around and subscribe. As always, stay stoked, and I'll see you in the next one.